All right, Bulldogs, in this video, we're going to be talking about getting back with your ex-girlfriend. I've got an email from a gentleman here who is doing all the wrong things. So you're going to want to watch this video if you've been in this scenario before or you're in the scenario now. And I'm going to tell you exactly why some of these beta type of behaviors are wrong, what you can do instead, and how to get yourself out of this situation. So if you guys are just joining me for the first time, I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the Bulldog mindset. Click the subscribe button to join us. Click the bell to get some notifications when the new videos come out. And guys, if you haven't taken the Bulldog quiz already, make sure you go and click up in the corner here and take that quiz, because in that quiz, I'm going to tell you whether you're a Bulldog or not. I'm going to give you a score from 0 to 100. And it's just a 10-second or 10-question quiz that will help you to determine where you're starting at if you want to start developing this mental toughness and really stepping up and being the alpha male type of person that I know that most of you guys want to be. All right, so speaking of alpha male, let's look at some beta male behavior here and understand why it is what it is. All right, so I got this email from a gentleman here, and I don't mean to make fun of him by saying that he's doing some beta male behavior, because we're all susceptible to doing this until we learn better. You know I had done many worse things than what he's going to describe in this email, but let's go ahead and go through the email and we will discuss what's going on here. He says, "Hey John, my ex-girlfriend broke up with me for a guy 2 months ago. I came across your YouTube video about a girl leaving for another guy and subscribed to your channel when I was desperately looking for help. I gotta say, I feel a lot better every time I watch your videos, and I really appreciate it. I had an almost 1-year relationship with my ex, and we fell in love with each other in high school senior year. The guy was the one who my ex had a huge crush on in the first 2 years of high school. He treated my ex really well back then, so she really liked him, but nothing romantic happened between them. My ex realized that things won't go the way she expected, so she tried really hard to forget about her crush, and that was when she met and had a wonderful relationship with me." Okay, so just a few things here just to note, all right, guys? So first of all, if you are in love with a girl who has a crush on someone else, it's really not going to be a good thing for you, okay? That it's just a bad way to start off, all right? He's saying here that there was this guy that his ex had a huge crush on, and she couldn't get the guy, all right? So that's a bad sign to start off here, okay? So I kind of know what direction this is going to go. All right, he says, "Things fell apart when my ex one day told me that she doesn't have feelings for me anymore because she was always thinking about that guy and had unresolved feelings for him. She said she can't be with me when she has someone else in her mind. The reason was that during our relationship, they were still in contact. The guy often helped her out with her homework that I can't because I major in different studies. I knew about this and I trusted her that she won't have feelings for him again." All right. This is just a bad strategy, guys, okay? This is really, if you are in a relationship with a girl, you do not allow her to have friends that are men, okay? Just period. I'm just going to say this straight out. I know a lot of you are going to disagree with this, and you're going to say, oh, that's crazy. You're being beta by doing that. You're not confident as a man. It's more of a standard that you set, right? Again, you can't control another person, but what you can say is, look, I'm not getting a relationship with a girl that has guy friends. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, the chances of something happening and of you having to worry about this, it's just not worth it. So if the girl that you want to get into a relationship with insists on having guy friends, then you just insist on not being in a relationship with her. It's just plain and simple. You have to have some level of respect for yourself, and you can't be taking this risk here. Also, the fact that the guy was someone that she liked, this is just not a good plan. She's going to spend time around her crush. You're going to expect that she's not going to have feelings for him. She can't even control that. Okay, if she's around this guy, she can't control but having feelings for him if she likes the guy. You've got the wrong impression if you think that you can have a girl promise to not have feelings for a guy. It's not going to happen at all. All right. Next thing he says here, there's another thing that led to this breakup. After we entered college, we fought a lot because we were in different cities, but we can still meet each other once a week, and they're not in the same city either. And both of us were busy and often felt insecure. A lot of times when we fought, my ex would chat with that guy about school stuff or something else to feel better. He doesn't know that we're in a relationship, so my ex won't tell him about anything about our fight. So, okay, a few more red flags here. All right, first of all, if she's calling him, she's not talking about school stuff, okay? She's flirting with him. She's wanting to spend time with him. You know, you're living in a different city. Probably, I would suspect that there's already something going on. She's probably already cheating on you at this point. Now, I know you're not going to like this, and it might not be true. I'm just saying that this is what I would think at this point, you know, and there's a lot of really good reason to suspect that. All right. The second thing is it's really ridiculous to think that your girlfriend is going to not tell this guy that you're in a relationship with her. I mean, first of all, as a man, isn't that embarrassing to you that your girlfriend is afraid to admit that she's in a relationship with you? I mean, doesn't that send some signals that says that she's either embarrassed of you or she's still trying to hook up with this guy, right? If she hasn't already, because why wouldn't she say that, right? You know, she should not be calling this guy. She should not be talking to this guy, and you should not be allowing it. If you're allowing this, you're basically setting yourself up for a disaster that's coming here, okay? And when she broke up with me, she told me that I always fight with her, but that guy never, and he also treated her really well. Okay, this is probably untrue, okay? You're exhibiting nice guy syndrome here, right? You are treating her way too nicely. You're letting her get away with all manner of stuff, and this is just blatantly not true, okay? This other guy that she has this crush on, he's probably doing exactly the opposite of this. He's probably the one that's not treating her very well. He's probably the one that, you know, is never having time for her, and she's always having to try and get his time, right? That's why she's pining for him, and, you know, she's taking you for granted. All right, next. So that's one of the reasons she lost feelings for me. What's funny is that deep down in her mind, she knows that she won't be with this guy forever, and she even told me that if it wasn't for him, she thinks that we will last longer than they can. Oh, man, what do I got to say about this? Do you really want to put yourself in this position where you're playing second fiddle, where basically she doesn't think that she can last with this guy forever? She's competing to basically stay in a relationship with this guy, and she thinks that she would just stay in one with you, that if it weren't for this guy, she would be with you. How does that make you feel as a man? How does that make you feel as a person? Do you want to be the second-class citizen? Do you want to be the second choice? I don't think so. You need to have higher standards than that. If some girl tells you that, then you just never talk to her again. There's no need to ever try and justify the situation or try to improve your situation from there. If she thinks of you that way, you've done something wrong. You've already fucked up. It's already too late, and it's not a good place to be. I would not accept that. You know, as a man, you need to stand up and you need to have some dignity, and you need to decide that you're not going to accept that. That's just an unacceptable thing, right? So after the breakup, I chased, pleaded, and did anything that I thought I could get her back. Apparently nothing worked. And, you know, obviously nothing's going to work. Okay, if you are chasing her and pleading with her, you're basically begging her to be with you. Who wants to be with a person that is begging them to be with them? That's completely beta male behavior. Stop doing that, guys. Stop doing that. If a girl does not want to be with you, do not try and convince her otherwise, right? You should be playing it the opposite way, right? You should be limiting your time. She should be begging for your time, and you shouldn't be trying to get her to get back with you. It's never going to work. Why would someone want to get with someone who has begged them? And even if she did, even if you broke her down, do you think she wants to be with you? No, she doesn't want to be with you. She's just accepting that, you know, it's not a really good situation to be in at all. It's a horrible situation to be in. And how do you think she's going to treat you in the relationship when she's got all the power? You're begging with her to come back to you. It's really not good at all. Never do this, okay? It took me almost 3 weeks to start the no contact, but she never reached out or tried to check up on me during this period. Of course not, okay? if you're doing no contact and you're doing it for the purpose of trying to manipulate or win someone over or get back with them, it's never going to work, okay? It's like your intent is being projected through the aether into her mind, and she knows what you're up to, all right? Especially if you've already been chasing her and pleading with her to try and get back with her. Not a good idea. The reason why you do no contact is because you need to get over her and you need to move on with your life and find someone who actually appreciates you and is actually worthy. And at this point, you need to spend some time maybe going monk mode and becoming more of a man, because right now you're not a man, okay? And I don't mean this to sound harsh, but you are completely a chump in this case, right? You have no self-respect and no dignity, and you need to gain that back by going your own way, by having a purpose that you're going after in life and not chasing this one girl, okay? It's really pathetic, and she sees it as pathetic, okay? I see it as pathetic. Everyone sees it as pathetic. Don't do it. All right. And now they're in a relationship about 1 to 2 months after the breakup during no contact. It breaks my heart every time I think about them, and it seems like she's happier and has a better and more comfortable relationship with that guy. Okay, that's fine. I understand that it breaks your heart. All right. But here's the deal, man. You need to stop this. You need to let this go. If she's happier with this guy, that's great. Then leave it be, okay? And let her be. All right. He says she's also doing stuff that she can't do while being with me. Again, why would you accept this? All right. Oh, we still follow each other on Instagram and she sometimes reacts to my stories or comments, but I know that this isn't the sign that she misses me. It's only because she still wants to be friends with me. Dude, fuck that. Man, you need to unfollow her on Instagram and basically block her. Like, do not respond to this. Of course she wants to be friends with you. She doesn't really want to be friends with you. What she wants is for you to continue to like her and to continue to admire her and continue to worship her, okay, while she's with the guy that she wants, right? She doesn't want to be with a beta male who is chasing her, who is groveling and trying to get back with her and doesn't have any respect for himself. But she wants that guy to be wanting her, of course, and she loves the attention, okay? She doesn't really want to be your friend either, right? She just wants the attention from you. Stop giving her the attention. Stop believing that you're going to get back with her. And, would you want to be in a relationship with a person like this? Okay. I know that you're, quote, in love with this girl, but she doesn't seem like the kind of person that you actually want to be in a relationship with, right? I mean, what kind of qualities is she bringing to the table? Besides maybe her looks, right? She doesn't sound like the kind of person that is going to respect you, that is going to make your life better. She sounds like the person that's going to make your life worse. So you should be thankful and glad that she's out of your life, all right? Now, everyone told me to move on because she's not worth it, but what they don't know is that I felt a really special connection with her, a feeling that is irreplaceable, even more, a future with her. I would do anything to get her back to fulfill the dreams we used to talk about. Thanks for reading this. It would be really nice of you to answer, and I would really, really appreciate anything you're willing to help. Okay, I can't help you, man. I really can't help you, and I'll tell you why. All right? You think this girl's still special. You have this one-itis, okay? I can't help you get back with her. There's nothing that I'm going to tell you. There's nothing you're going to do that is going to make her want to get back with you, all right? And you have to let go of this idea. You have to let go of this concept in your mind that she's somehow special, that you can't have this with anyone else, because you obviously did not have a special connection. All right. I know that you think you did, and I hate to be the bringer of harsh reality and harsh truth in your situation, but she obviously did not feel the same way. She's been crushing on this guy that she has been crushing on since high school. She got with you because, you were someone, okay? But she was really still secretly crushing on this guy, okay? She feels like she has a special connection with this other guy. This is just the harsh reality. This is the truth of life. Now, part of the reason for this is probably because of how you act, right? I mean, if you're acting this way, think about what your value is that you're communicating to this girl. Are you really a valuable man that you are crushing on this one girl so hard and you're trying everything to please her and to stay in a relationship with her, okay? You'd be a valuable man if you had a lot of other options and you were turning down those options, okay? Or she had the risk of you going with another girl. But what girl are you going to hook up with that is going to accept someone who is acting this pathetic, right? You need to man up, all right? I'm telling you this out of love, man. But you need to man up and you need to start being a real man. Okay, you need to stop with this ridiculousness and and this craziness of obsessing over this girl and thinking that she's the only one for you. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. And you need to go out there and you need to have some more success with women so that you can understand this, right? If you keep on crushing on this one girl, you're never going to get past this. You have to let go of it, and you have to realize, I think one of the biggest things I tell you, just as general advice, is that you need to decide as a man that you are only going to have people around you and be in relationships with people who actually are worthy of your time, respect you, and want to be in relationship with you, because you don't want to be with people who don't want to be with you. It's got to be as simple as that, and you have to make that clear distinction. And that means that as soon as you suspect that or you feel that coming from a girl that you're in a relationship with, you need to cut it off, because you won't lower yourself to that standard, right? You have to have a standard of what you expect. If you don't have any standards, then you're going to keep on getting treated like shit, okay? You have to develop those standards, and you have to stick to those standards, and you have to actually really believe those standards, that they're important to you as a man. If you don't do that, you're always going to find yourself in these kind of situations. So guys, this is definitely something that is hard to deal with. And I know I sounded probably a little harsh in this video, responding to this email, but I'm doing it on purpose, because you need to have a harsh dose of reality, right? If you are this kind of guy, you are going to have a life of misery. Believe me, I've gone through these things myself when I was young, and I wish I would have had someone telling me what I'm telling you now, right? I had to learn a lot of these things the hard way, and most guys never come out of it. Most guys stay like this. They stay a beta male like this, and they never actually, develop the kind of mental fortitude and the perspective of being a high value man. So, all right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think about the situation. What would you do in his situation, and what would you advise? All right, take care, guys.